Well, yeah, that's definitely, yo.
Word
My
up.
name means mighty ruler. My real name means mighty ruler. Ronald is my real name. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be no crackhead.
Mm.
Yeah.
My
Word.
name means capable of many things.
Really?
I feel.
No, I don't know what the fuck.
I looked in the Urban Dictionary what Lukey means, and it means like a 1/4 hard dick. And I was like, man, what the fuck is on these people's minds, man? Our Urban Dictionary. What the fuck?
1/4 hard dick?
Yeah, man. I'm like,
That's
yo, what the fuck?
Which quarter of it?
Just when I thought
I
we were
don't know, bro. I was like, yo,
in a
man,
different
Lukey.
Just the
place.
tip?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Pause.
I don't know, man.
No?
I was like, man, yo, Urban Dictionary. Fuck Urban Dictionary, man. I hate
man,
this
I
shit.
just found our cold open. That's great.
Yeah, nah, man, that's wild, man. But boom, yo.
The Abyss Podcast, hosted by Lukey Cage with Carl and Primo Jack. Know what I mean?
What kind of hat is that? Bang, we gonna go ahead and get started.
Padres joint.
Yeah.
That's a Padres hat.
Yeah, that's fresh, yo. We're gonna go ahead and get started so we won't waste no audio. Because sometimes we be talking back and forth in the beginning, and we miss a lot of dope shit. Know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah. So what episode is this? We ain't dropped one.
66.
Episode 66 of Abyss Podcast, like Order 66 when they killed all the Jedi. Yeah, Order 66.
That's
If you a
right.
nerd, you know that shit. If you're not, then it's all right. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Carl, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing amazing. I just got back from that South Carolina tattoo show.
Hold off on that.
Oh, yeah.
Hold off on that. We're going to talk about it. We got a couple Umbrella Brothers in over there. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Primo Jab, how are you?
I'm Gucci, man. Can't complain, man, you know.
All that good shit.
Everything's all
It looked
right.
like Carl. It looked like it almost got a little shaky for a couple MCs up in there. From the footage.
Oh, you know?
For one,
oh, you know? You know? Okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
see. Wow.
We'll get into some shit.
About to
We'll get into some shit.
Yeah,
We have
Yeah,
a real
I
special guest. You hear him right now. We got a real special guest on the horn, man. We got Brooklyn-born, Jersey raised, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yes, sir.
Josiah The Gift. How you feeling, my dude?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling, bro.
Well. It's funny. I did the knowledge, and
it's
your
been
name
a long
means,
time coming.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
I did the knowledge. Your name means Josiah means God has healed. My daughter's name is JC. It means it's Greek. To heal. You know what I'm saying? So all the J's. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. So I'm like, oh man, you got a name like if I had a son, I could name my son Josiah too. The J and J. You know what I'm saying? Johnson and Johnson. You know what I mean? It'd be the same thing.
Yeah, that's.
Well.
I've been told that I was a king in the Bible at one time, so that's what I thought it meant. But you said it means God is healing.
Yeah, God is healed. You know what I'm saying? That's what the name means. But Josiah was a king, and he's the one who made everybody worship Yahweh. It was different. Everybody was worshiping different gods and stuff. So I think it's the 16th century. He said, "Yo, we're gonna worship Yahweh." That's like that's what he did. He institutionalized like the one God system. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like. Yeah, we put it up there. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool name. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely, yo. Definitely,
it fits me well.
True indeed, man. True indeed, man. Boom. Now we don't want to go 0 to 100.
I always, Lukey.
Say it again.
Since your days with Miz, I think we're a little delayed in. Pardon me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I keep on getting.
I said I've been following you since your days with Miz and.
With Miz.
With oh boy, what's his name?
Miz.
Money Miz, yeah.
Miz, yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I'm gonna punch him in the face if I see him ever, man. Like twice. I'm gonna two-piece him with a biscuit. Yeah. Word.
Yeah. I see y'all was doing a podcast and then everything fell apart. I ain't know what happened. I don't like in other people's business, but
I had nothing to do with it.
I had
nothing to do with that.
You wasn't involved.
I was before my time. That's all I'm
saying. Yeah. I mean, boom. All good things come to an end. That's what Ben said. That's what he said to say. All good things come to an end. But at the end of the day, you love people. Sometimes you gotta let them go. Know what I mean? And At the end,
I feel
yeah,
you.
I mean,
I feel
yeah,
you.
I mean, boom. But they stopped doing it with me. They didn't want to. Miz didn't want to do it with me no more. That's how about that? That's what happened. But
Mm-hmm.
it's better over here because we got a more righteous, more organic
That's
platform.
crazy.
Not yeah,
You
but
still
it's
real for
not.
them?
Nah. I think the deal is with this dude is um some motherfuckers is real. Some people is real pussy. He's a real pussy. He can't handle adversity and shit. He never took no.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean he can't. You know what I'm saying? So whenever
Mm.
okay, when people like me, Primo Jab, McCall have a bad day, it's called Tuesday or Monday. When he has a bad day, it's like, oh my God, oh, what the fuck is gonna happen? We have to, as men, we have to adapt
Mm.
and work and do other things. And we love people.
Mm.
We support them when they're not doing good or they're not feeling well. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that for someone who won't do that for me. You know what I'm saying? So when things got tough, when things got hard, people bail. Even when this is not even like real shit. It's not real life. It's just internet shit. You know what I'm saying? I've got shit going on other than my daughter. So whenever your homie gets
Mm.
hurt or your homie needs love or your homie needs even like emotional support, you got to be there for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That wasn't the case over here,
Mm.
but I still dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? There's no beef or quarrel through Ben, but that show was dope. What we was doing was dope. It was awesome. Matter of fact, I think it was the first one. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? We would have
Yeah.
eventually caught back up to you. You know what I'm saying? And got you on there. You know what I'm saying? But boom, like I don't know,
Mm.
good things come to an end.
Mm.
It's like Ben said. There's no quarrel with Ben. Miz, I swear I might poke him in the rib if I didn't have no daughter, son. Word. So
Hey,
you breaking up, you
everything
breaking up,
happens
you
for a
breaking up.
reason. You feel me?
Yeah, there you go. Everything does happen for a reason. You was breaking up a little bit though. You was breaking up. I didn't hear everything.
Oh, my fault. And
Do you have earbuds?
yeah, I just said, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. At the end of the day, you're in this position and y'all niggas is doing y'all thing. So this
True
is
indeed.
probably what it was destined to happen right here. You feel me?
Truthfully,
Mm-hmm.
definitely, man. And
Word.
yeah, like I was cool with Primo Jab. Now we friends. Met Carl instantly was friends. So like, boom, I got friends. People I can call on and count on. You know what I'm saying? Word. Boom. At the end of the day, boom, boom, boom.
Not just using you.
I mean, it wasn't even like using. You know what I'm
Genuinely
saying?
deal with.
Yeah. True indeed. If I needed to move, if I needed to move right now, I call Carl and Primo Jab. They would help me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
True indeed.
What's up?
Are
As they
you
should. As they should. That's what's up, man. That's
going
friendship.
down?
Yeah.
True indeed. I heard you got into rap music or got back into it when you heard Rock Marcy. You know what I'm saying? You was like, oh shit, people still rap like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, for
Yeah.
me, I'm always rapping. When I made that comment, I wasn't necessarily saying that I was completely done, but the state of the culture at the time wasn't the same. Like, and I wasn't
Right.
about to be a nigga out here 8 times stomping and doing snap music. You feel me? So at that time, it just felt like we was stagnant as far as the hip hop shit goes. And then I used to get Source magazines a lot, so I used to always see Rock Marcy, like the Marshberg cover on there. So I was like, who is this nigga? Like, he's still dressed like he from up north. Let me see if the music matches that. And then I just kept seeing reviews. I think it was like Rob Marksman or somebody had said, yo, like, y'all niggas need to check this Rock Marcy album out. So I'm like, all right. I finally listened, and I was like, yo, this nigga is spitting crazy. Like, I remember Raw Deal, when I first heard that, and he was like, I said the slow drag on, yeah, this is how you go platinum, chrome magnum, rolling in my gold Aston. I'm like, God damn, like the wordplay was just crazy. So it just developed my love and my hunger for it again. And then even though, the underground still wasn't flourishing where it was at this time, but then I started, looking around, and then you had people like Sky Zoo that was out there. I remember specifically, I got on the Sky because I did a showcase in New York, and I smoked that shit, bro. Like, and mind you, everybody that was over there, they was doing the snap music. There was a rapper from Brooklyn, I remember specifically, he was doing the snap music and all types of shit. And I got kind of nervous. Like, I'm like, damn, these niggas all graduate this, I do this. Y'all can hear me?
I
Yeah,
can
I'm
hear, I
good.
can
Y'all
hear
can
stuck
you.
hear me?
to
I
it.
ain't breaking up.
No, you good. You
You
good. You good.
you're good.
Okay, so I went did the showcase, tore that shit down, and Sky I was pretty much like almost like an opener. It was a showcase, but he was still performing. So he gets on stage, and he like, yo, I just want to say before the night ends, shout out to the real hip hop, my man Joe Black. And I'm like, oh, that's what I was going. That was my moniker at the time, and that shit just motivated me even more. So by that time,
What
then
up?
you started seeing the guns coming out, and the who else was doing anything? Rock Marcy was still there. Action Bronson was still there. So I was like, there's still a lane for it. And now I'm here.
True indeed. I mean,
Dope.
it does take that one little spark to start the fire. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Word. But I never really stopped. You know what
Real
I'm saying? I really,
shit. Real shit.
I really, Ghostface was holding it down for us. For real. With that little dry spell,
Mm,
all them
mm-hmm,
Ghostface albums for me, it kept
mm-hmm,
me kind of like, what was it? It was Pretty Tony, More
Big
Fish.
Doe
mm-hmm.
What else?
Rehab.
Big Door Rehab was good, but it was kind of like tapering off. Apollo
Yeah.
Kids was the last one. I was like, but yeah, they had like Tanya Morgan, Spec
I was about to
Boogie,
say
Little
there
Brother.
was a lot of little random people that were holding it down. Like I feel like it was definitely a sparse ages, you know what I mean? Instead of it being a completely dark ages. Like you said, Bronson was out there.
Sparse ages.
Currency. Yeah, it was just sparse. Willie the Kid, I think, was starting
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah,
emerge. He was
definitely.
doing his
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, I mean, you had Mr. Motherfucking Esquire. Um, you
Yeah, but he
had,
wasn't really doing it like rock. Like,
Oh,
but you had, I'm just saying, you
true.
had a couple of people still were,
Mm-hmm.
popping up and putting out some music. You could be like,
mm-hmm.
okay, yeah, but yeah, absolutely. But Rock those are
Mm-hmm.
kind of his contemporaries, though. Those are the people that were
Really shit. Action Bronson
bubbling
and all that
around
shit.
the same
Mm-hmm.
time. He was kind of making his reemergence, I guess. You know what I mean? Coming off of the flip mode era.
Real talk.
So indeed. But yo, when I heard that
Mm-hmm.
Reloaded, Crime Apple, it's a quote from Crime Apple. He said Reloaded is our generation's Illmatic. And I can't be mad
I
at
don't know
that.
about
And I
that.
can't hey yo, boom, but if you think about it, uh say it again.
That's one thing I mean, I understand the comparisons, but for
Right.
me, Reloaded is our Reloaded. You feel me? Like, I think for us
Yeah.
as
Thank you.
MCs, we gotta stop doing that. Like, niggas be always, yo, yeah, I mean, we gotta, this is what it is for our generation. Reload, I mean,
Right.
I guess we can say that, but we gotta start embracing our own shit. Like, there's not gonna be another Illmatic. You feel me? Even
Nope.
though no disrespect,
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're saying, but we
Yeah.
need to start being on some shit like Reloaded was our I mean, that shit opened the doors. That's it. You feel me? You can't. There's a
It's
lot
its own
when you
thing.
really dive down, look at it, and the impact is two different things. You feel me? So
Yeah.
So indeed.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I get it, but I definitely get where both parties are coming from. But I think the influence of that album is just great for our genre, our lane. You know what I'm saying? I
Is it
think some
though?
people are, yeah, to me,
Who name one album that you feel like is influenced by Reloaded?
Fly God,
You think so?
yeah,
Nah, I don't
no,
see
no,
it.
no,
I think they're two
no
separate
one thing,
things. I think
yeah,
Reloaded, like I said, I don't feel I feel like Rock Marcy has attained this level of admiration and everything. But when he was putting out his music, when he was putting out Reloaded and Rosebud Revenge and all these albums, they were just albums that were coming out that people were listening to. It wasn't things that were changing the genre. People weren't like, "Oh my God, there's this dude Rock Marcy going crazy." That hasn't started happening until these past, let's say, 4 years. That's when people have really started going back and being like, "Oh, yo, damn, did you hear what Brock said on Reloaded? Did you hear what he said on this?" Like,
Mhm.
I don't think he shaped the path of like a Fly Guy. Like when Fly Guy came out, Fly Guy was just Fly Guy. You know what I mean? It was its own CD. Reject 2, when
Mhm.
Reject 2 came out, it was just his own thing. I mean, Rock Marcy was a guest star on Reject 2. You know, that Rex Ryan joint.
I
And
think
that
that's why you can hear the influences. He was on them joints. Like god dang, I think so. A lot of rappers took his blueprint and kind of went
mm,
with it because if you think about it, Benny and
Mm-hmm.
Spesh, they was doing trap music. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then all of a sudden,
absolutely.
West didn't want to do trap music. He was listening to Def Jux. You know what I'm saying? Going to DJ parties and shit. So all of a sudden you hear Rock Marcy making money off this shit. Then all of a sudden, okay, we're gonna stick with this. West did Fly God, and the other guys, okay, this might be profitable. Let's do this shit. That's what how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I see it. Because he's on those albums.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mm.
don't
An
know, man.
influence doesn't always come out in a similar style or sound. You can be influenced by somebody and still create something completely unique in what your sound is and what you're doing, right?
I
So,
think so, yeah.
it's not just that Rock was
Different. He
doing what
doing
he was
real shit.
doing. It's the fact
True
that he
D.
was doing it becomes an influence. The
Yeah,
True
fact
indeed.
that he's a salmon swimming upstream, just going against the grain completely, and somebody like West Side Gun goes, you know what? If he can do it, then fuck it. I'm gonna do what I want, regardless of what's popular in the mainstream right now.
that's
Josiah
real.
don't
Okay.
sound nothing like Rock Marciano. Boom.
No, Josiah
And
don't
boom.
sound like
Yeah.
nobody, man. We gonna dig.
But
Yeah,
Real shit.
influenced by him.
let's. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, facts. But yeah, hey, I'm
Definitely.
good. That's a dope little Yo, Josiah, you don't sound like nobody when you rap, man.
Real
How
shit.
like who are your influences, man? Where did you come from? Like your spittery, like your
Where did
the
you come
essence of
from?
your spittery, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's why I wanted you on here, man, because you
I just
grind like
studied.
a ill motherfucker who's unique. You're
Mhm.
your own person, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that, Primo, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because with me, I dove into the music a little differently. Like before I actually sat
Mm.
down and was like, I'm gonna do a project or something. Um, I looked at the Source magazine and all the Five Mic magazines that was in there, and I studied a lot of them. You feel me? And I just started developing my own in studying certain albums. Like one album that I think that is underappreciated, even though it is
Uh-oh.
appreciated because it's known as a classic, but it's one of them classics that I feel like, yo, when you talk about life after death, when you talk about Return of the 36 Chambers and Illmatic,
Illmatic,
it should be
right?
mentioned, is
Mm.
Slick the storytelling. Like
Yeah,
that was one of the
Mm.
albums that I was like, yo, that was one of the albums that I was like, yo, for it to be an album that was made in the 80s, for it to still sound timeless to this day, it was
oh,
just something that inspired me. And I always said, like, yo, if I'm gonna start rapping, I have to find different ways to put my rhyme pattern down. And then I started studying Nas, like the older Nas, where Nas would spit and you would expect a rhyme right here, but he wouldn't necessarily rhyme right there. But then he'll come back to the rhyme and you're like, damn, how the fuck did he do that? But it sounded so smooth. So then I started studying that, you feel me? And that's what a lot of people
Mm.
tell me, like, as you're going into the bars, like you would think that you about to rhyme right here, but you're
right.
not bringing the rhyme back until like the next two bars. You feel me? And that's something that I just did by challenging my pen. It was hard as fuck because even while I might rhyme, I might start the rhyme here. I have other rhymes in between that rhyme, and then I'll go
Right.
back
Right.
to that
Right.
rhyme. You
Yep.
feel me?
Mm.
Yep.
And it's just something that developed by just spitting, man. Like just really trying to hone my skill. You feel me?
Real
So
shit.
I always look at
And
like
develop my craft. You feel me?
yeah, and I always look at creative wordsmiths like yourself, and like I often would think of the way Doom would construct his rhyme patterns and schemes, and I equated it a lot to like a mathematician. It's these
Yeah.
brackets
Way.
inside of another bracket with many equations that are gonna add up to the total sum of pi minus 2000 if I go this route, right? And like I almost picture rapper sketchbooks like in that kind of weird kind of language that I can't interpret, like math. You know what I mean?
Y'all making me want to write something right now, man. With the spittery,
Yeah.
Josiah, you making me want to write some shit right now. Talking that shit right there, B. Honing the craft and shit.
You
You making me
feel
want to write.
me?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
real shit.
Real rap science right here, man.
yeah.
For real.
Definitely. That the science of
Yeah,
rap and the
man.
science of bars. I
I'll
think
be
the
yo.
person,
Listen,
yeah. Go ahead. You.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, bro. When you can develop something that is your own and nobody can take it from you. You feel me? I be getting compared to so many different MCs, and I'm like, I think niggas just be saying that shit because they're trying to figure out who I sound like. But
They want to put
a
you
lot
in
of
a
niggas that they be
box.
saying like, I don't really sound like him, but I appreciate it. Yup, yeah, and I get it, but I want to do something that when everybody's doing this over here, they can say that he did that over there, and I want to be able to inspire somebody else to push their pen further. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
indeed. Yeah, that's inspirational words right there. Really, honestly, a nigga that influenced me, made me want to rap was Elzai. You know Elzai from Slum Village?
yes, sir. He's
Yeah, that
nasty,
nigga.
bro.
To me, the two best rappers of all time to me is Black Thought and Elzai. Like them motherfuckers, when they rap, it's like almost down to a chemical equation, like Carl said. You know what I'm saying? There's a song Elzai got. It's called Patterns, the Art of Rhyming, and he's talking about rhyming and different types of shadow boxes and all type of shit. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know you could even do that shit. Or
Yeah,
like,
but wasn't
what?
he
Like, yeah.
even doing that in different formats as he was going through?
As he was rhyming, he gave you like patterns 1, 2, and 3. Then he said this one goes with this one,
So
this one goes with
crazy.
this one. Yeah,
So
and I was like,
crazy.
what the fuck is this? And this is back in like 2004, some shit like that. So
I
my
can't
mind
remember
was
who
like,
told me about that, but I had to look it up. That was nuts.
yeah, that shit was that shit has a song about teaching niggas how to rap. Yeah. Yeah, so it was really impressive. But definitely that rhyme scheme that you do have, yeah. That you can't, like, a lot of times you can't, as rappers, we finish the last rapper's sentence for them. Like
Right.
even in
We're
battle.
trying to.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't do it.
Oh, you know what they're gonna say. Nah, Josiah's shit is like boom. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna say, yo. And that's
Nope.
why I appreciate it. That's why I appreciate it about Rock Marcy. Who else? Terminology. Terminology will stop a rhyme and go into a rhyme and do a lot of shit like that. And I love shit like that. Ray
It's
is one of the best.
It's like breaking someone's ankles. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm expecting you to go this way, and when you're behind me and my ankles are broken, I'm laying on the ground. I'm like, I didn't see that line coming.
With the
That's a
hezzy.
good way to put it.
Speaking, do you play any sports, Josiah? Josiah, do you hoop?
I used to play a little basketball and shit like that.
You ain't hooped in a while.
I'm more like a nigga. I use my strength to back a nigga out and hit you with the Kareem hook shot, but I wasn't like, you know. Yeah, I was saying at the time when sports and shit was prevalent, you know, in high school and shit like that. That wasn't what I was into. Like I was more into, at lunchtime we leaving the side of the building, we gonna smoke and chill. We might not even come back to school. I kind of regret it now though, because as I got older, started getting more into strength training and hitting the gym and shit like that. And I look at my strength, even at my age right now, I'm like, damn, I'm a strong motherfucker. Like I could have been on somebody's D-line, bro. Pause. And
good pause.
Sack a few players. I could have been Michael Parsons out here. It is what it is. You feel me?
So how big are you though?
What'd you say?
How big are you? Like 6'1"?
How big am I?
6'2"? Yeah.
6'3".
6'3"? About how much? 215?
Yeah. So in the NBA, I'm about 230. 230.
Oh my God,
shit.
Hey, yo, we gotta draft this nigga on our basketball team. He's setting mad picks. Primo jab.
Yeah, we got work for you. We can put you to work. Absolutely.
You guys are creating a thug squad. That's what you're doing. I see what you're doing. You guys are creating a thug squad. You're gonna go out and try to.
Hey,
try to be like the Martians and just beat everybody down.
Please believe it, man. Post right up on the square. I got you.
Ain't no one getting around Josiah, son. Real shit. Word.
Yeah,
hey yo, boom. We are trying to get this 3-on-3 basketball tournament with underground rappers or the niggas in the abyss to be in this 3-on-3 rap. And we're gonna have a show as well. You know what I'm saying? For our 100th episode. 3-on, like we got Feven, who else?
Pro,
We've
Snotty,
Bro.
Yeah, New
Blessed
Vegas.
Picasso said he'd be down. Eddie Kane.
Yeah, Eddie Kane.
Holy shit. Sauce Heist. All these rappers.
A-Sun Eastwood, Mav.
Yeah, A-Sun, yeah. And we all gonna come and play a 3-on-3 basketball tournament and have a concert. You know what I'm saying? Word. That shit would be phenomenal, son. Word. So we get you in there, boom. Yeah, you can perform. We be in the basketball. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Word.
Free though. Got you. If y'all,
if it's not full court, then it'll be a lot easier for a lot of niggas because niggas be smoking and shit. You know what I mean? Word.
Keep it half court, we good.
Yeah.
And y'all gotta
It'll
keep
be
it to
half
like
court
11.
all the way up until the final. When the final will be full court, though.
3-on-3, we gotta have 5 guys then, huh?
Hey, we'll see.
We got
a half full
we got
court.
bugs to work out.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
We got some bugs.
We'll get it all together.
So you're 100% American, right, Josiah? Your parents are American. I asked that because a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, people confuse me
my
for
mother.
Say it again. Your mother is what?
Like my mother and my father is Liberian.
Liberian.
Oh, straight Liberian. That's what's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to my LIB heads. Yeah.
Because a lot of us, we do look like we just black, but we have parents from different countries and stuff. I get mistaken for a Dominican all the time. You know what I'm saying? Word. I'm not. Because I like soccer. You know what I'm saying? Are you internet? You like soccer? You like football? The real football?
The real
soccer?
football? I don't watch football to be honest with you. I watch it in like the World Cup about to start, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might watch that. You feel me? Slide through and watch that. I know a couple players, but I'm not like I couldn't tell who's that nigga right now in football at all. I might say Ronaldo or some shit like that. I don't know if he's still playing. What's the nigga?
They on Ronaldo's
Messi.
Neck right now.
Yeah,
it's a few. Messi, I know Messi. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like Lionel, I know Zidane.
Messi.
Yeah.
All those good World Cup from the
Benzema,
last World Cup hero.
Neymar.
Yeah, Neymar.
All them niggas. Yeah. All the Neymar, niggas. Yeah.
Neymar Jr.
Yeah, I know.
That's him. Yeah.
Oh, that's him? Okay.
Yeah, Neymar Jr.
Two of them.
Oh, there's a junior out there?
I thought it was two of them.
One.
Right?
It's just one.
Neymar.
Neymar. Right. It's the same nigga. Every once in a while, he put Neymar Jr. on the back of his jersey. They put they both. That's one nigga. They play for Paris. You know what I'm saying? Word. They got Jordan uniforms.
Yeah, the Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, they got football teams got Jordan logos on their fucking on their uniforms. Shit is bugged out to me. Like
Jordan is a brand.
That money.
Yeah,
but they got a basketball on a American football jersey. Ain't that wild?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jordan
interesting. Jordan, it means something. Yeah, exactly.
He could just say the word to Nike, like, yo, I want to brand this shit. You think if Jordan pulled the Kanye move, Nike would be like, yo, we dropping him like Adidas did? Like, what? Hell no,
I don't think so.
Nah.
I don't think so, man. No.
You see, Mike don't say too much of anything. You're saying yes?
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
Carl. They would never drop Michael Jordan.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have
never say never. Chris Rock said it. Never say never. I'm telling you,
Michael Jordan would have to piss on a baby and then wipe his ass with the American flag or some crazy shit on the White House steps for them to be like, nope, we're done with Michael Jordan.
Look, I'm not gonna get canceled trying to tell you how Michael Jordan could get canceled. I'm just saying there are certain groups that you don't fuck with.
Yeah, no doubt. I just don't feel like Mike is gonna come afoul of anybody. And I think he got enough bread.
I'm gonna hack his Twitter and say,
"Oh, it's easy."
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, all Jews suck, and just sit back and relax like this. See what happens.
You know, I now have that as a sound and video bite of you saying that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. Hey, yo, Kyrie came back today, and all the Hebrew Israelites were out in Brooklyn, chanting.
Yeah,
that was.
I saw that.
Is that true, Josiah? Were they out? Were they out there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out deep. I thought they was about to start Kappa stepping out there, like do one of these. Who you feel me? One of them shits right there. Deep.
They was Kappas, huh? No, that's not Kappas, is it? It's Omegas.
Yeah, they look like 30. They was standing at attention.
Oh
Son was
wow.
saying something, and then they'll move boys like they was out there for Kyrie, and you gotta respect that, man. I don't think that he should have been limited. I think for me, I think that as far as where he took the clip from, he should have did a little more research on it. But as far as him talking some truth, like if it's true, then what's the problem? Like he didn't say nothing. He didn't say like he hate Jews, didn't call him a kike or nothing like that. Like
Nope.
he
He didn't
just
say
said
anything
like I feel
crazy.
as though the
Truth matters very little in these instances. Truth isn't what it's about.
yeah,
It's
It's
perception.
about control and a narrative, and that's it. And some people aren't going to let you have your narrative, and they'll do anything to stop you from having your narrative.
It's crazy how many people jump in like, yeah,
That's the worst
he
part.
did this. Like nobody doesn't even do it.
Real, I totally agree with you. I find it sometimes hard to be on his side when he says stupid shit, even though I want to. And
Yeah, but
he's
let
the
him
only,
say stupid shit. That's okay.
Yeah, but
He can think anything he wants, including that the world is flat. That's
come on,
fine.
man. The world ain't
But
flat,
he has to be
Carl.
able to express that. He has to be able to express that. That's the whole basis of freedom of speech.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
But
He's being persecuted for something he said.
But when you're at your
But what
employer,
did he say?
he didn't say nothing. He posted the video.
Right.
You know
That's what I'm saying. He
Hey, yo,
didn't even
and
say anything.
he's the only basketball shoes I wear. Real shit.
But
I only wear
him
Kyrie.
playing a video is still an expression of his freedom of speech.
He didn't
Fuck
even
that.
play
I
the
want
video.
the Kyrie Infinity.
Post a link.
I want
whatever.
the Kyrie
You know what I'm saying.
Infinities.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I want the Kyrie Infinities to come the fuck out, bro. Fuck everything. Fuck everything else. I want them Kyrie 8s to come out. I need them shits. Them shits make
Ain't
me
happening.
bouncy. Fuck
Ain't
it, man. I
happening,
need
bro.
them shits. My white Kyries, my fly traps. Huh?
They banned him. Yeah, you know, Kyrie, they dropped Kyrie. Nike dropped Kyrie actually back in May. They dropped Kyrie, or they were talking about they weren't going to come out with the next ones. And then it just finalized probably the beginning of November that they said they weren't going to do business with him. Conveniently enough, after all of this stuff happening. And here's the funny part about all this happening is that you know, all this stuff in NY State, and correct me if I'm wrong, Josiah, but all the you know, all the people who were on jobs and they were forced to leave their jobs because they wouldn't follow vaccine protocols are getting back pay. Like for example, the police department, fire department, anybody who had to vacate those positions, they're going to get their back pay and they get their job back, right? So the argument has been made that because Kyrie, they did that to Kyrie and he was in New York, and this was because of a New York state law, that he should be getting his back pay for all of those games that he missed also. So it's easier for them now to have this controversy and have all this stuff happening to try to block or delay having to pay Kyrie, or try to find their way to get out of having to owe him that money that he would be owed rightfully from standing up to, you know, those vaccine mandates.
You think he cared though about the money?
No, I don't think he cared. I'm just saying it's a deep game, man. It's wild the fact that
at this.
No, I don't think
he
so
don't
either.
care. I don't think he cares.
I believe 100% that well, people are suing on his behalf right now. They're suing on his behalf to get that money, or they got Kyrie's back. Cause like I said, the stupidest shit he be saying. I still like the brother. The brother is a good dude. Like the girl that got killed a couple of weeks ago.
I saw that. The one that got beat up down in Mexico.
You heard about that, Josiah?
By her friends.
By her, quote unquote friends.
Yeah.
Fucking lames.
Bro, that's a crazy story, and they got to be some answers for that, because her friends at first was saying that she had some kind of food poisoning, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Alcohol
and
poison.
Then all of a sudden they do the autopsy. Neck broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had left her body.
Your neck, bro. So
they had left her body in Mexico and flew home and didn't tell her parents anything about it. They just, no, I don't know what happened to her. We were all on vacation and then we flew home, but she wasn't with us. I don't know. What?
Hey, yo, that makes you
And
not
then
want to have no
mind you,
friends.
they got a video of like her friend. I don't know if it was a girl or a dude. It looked like a dude was putting hands on her, like beating her
No,
up
it was just
at
a
was a
bad
girl.
Cabo,
chick.
like while
Yeah,
it was.
that was a badly built young lady.
Oh, it was a chick.
Yeah, she was just built. She
Damn,
was just built like that.
That was a badly
she
built
was on
young
some
lady.
shit. Friday, like damn,
Yeah, she
crazy.
was
I thought it was a
handling
dude
her.
at first.
I mean, what? I wonder what the fuck transpired to you. I know
Nothing
you're in
could have been.
Mexico. Can they be extradited for this murder to Mexico, or what's gonna happen? Like,
If the Mexican authorities decide that they want to take up the case and look into it, yeah, they can bring them back. But it's weird because these are U.S. citizens that committed a murder in Mexico. So it's going to be weird how it has to be handled. But essentially, yeah, I mean, it should just be a murder was committed in Mexico, straight up like that, and the Mexican authorities should prosecute them. But they already let them go once.
Well,
So
and her
that's
parents can sue in civil court.
yeah, but what does that do? I
they probably
mean,
ain't got no
honestly,
money.
what does going to
Hold them
court do
accountable for
anything?
some reason. No, I don't.
They ain't got no money, man. They some bums.
Shit's crazy.
Hey, that's why they need to get justice. Nah, I mean, you can't. This ain't the Wild Wild West. You can't go out there and have a standoff. But I wouldn't wish they could do that. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could 38 special nigga.
So let me ask.
Yo, stop it.
Let me ask.
Stop.
If she let's say Mexico don't want to, do anything, can America do their own investigation and, prosecute her if they had to? Like, could they lock her up if they wanted to?
I don't think so, man.
Or they just got to leave it alone because it happened in Mexico?
Because it happened in Mexico, they have to leave it alone.
Damn,
I
that's
mean,
crazy.
you would think it's because it's between American citizens that there would be something that America would have the ability to do. I mean, I guess hypothetically, maybe they can charge somebody when they get back and say, "Hey, we're going to take up a case against you." But you know, I don't think they can, man. I feel like 80%, like, nah, they can't do anything about it. That's the whole reason why this is such an outrageous travesty, is because the Mexicans could have done something about it and they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, they're too busy getting ready for World Cup.
Yeah.
Something. Doing bumps of blow.
It's like, hey, man, that's a Mexican. Ain't Mexican.
Whatever happens in Mexico stays in Mexico, like Vegas, huh?
Crazy.
Let me shut the fuck up. I'm being insensitive. But that's what happens when mad motherfuckers die around you. Like, sometimes it be funny. Like, not it'll be funny. It'd be like, you don't be that sad no more. Sometimes I'd be like, because like you move to Atlanta, you see gay shit for like 13 years. Now gay shit don't bother you. But when you first came out, he's like, oh, what the fuck? That shit gay. Then I said that, oh, niggas, yeah, desensitized. So like when you see people murdered or you hear people murdered and you have so many people die, sometimes it's like, okay, it happened again. Fuck. Unless it's somebody real close to you. You know what I'm saying? Word. Then that shit always hurts.
Well, they also call that gallows humor.
Gallows humor? Uh-oh, Carl, hit me with it. Hit me with the more information.
In light of, dire consequences or grave, situations, humor comes out just as a coping mechanism, but they call it gallows humor.
Word. Dave Chappelle said, it's only not funny if it doesn't happen to you. Or like, what do you say? It's okay, it's funny unless it happens to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then it's not funny no more. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys robbing people okay, they bust the back window of the car and you see them with their legs up in the back seat of the car, like trying to find shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, you go, oh, that shit's crazy as fuck. They stole they stole your Mustang. But when they steal my Camry, my 2010 Camry, I ain't gonna be laughing no more.
Right.
Hey, shit, they stole my car. I don't think it's funny at all.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, shit.
Nah. Did you see the video on it?
I know what you're talking about. Oh, no, I didn't see the actual video of mine. I just know, from the way my wife explained how it happened. You see your car pull out of a parking spot and pull away and you're not in it. You feel kind of shitty at that moment.
She saw it drive away?
Yeah.
On the
car
store
seat in it.
security.
No, in her face.
Oh, like she was out
And
there
the
when it
car
was
seat
driving
was
away.
in the car
Yeah.
seat was in there.
Yeah.
And them niggas didn't think to like lead it. Yeah.
They took the baby, all the baby stuff was in there. But luckily, I mean, they found it again like in 15 days. They found the car. It's
Yeah.
all good. And all the baby stuff was in there. That's the blessing. That's the real big
Nice.
move,
Word.
Yeah, they didn't, whoever these thieves
Niggas just
were,
wanted to
hey
still
man,
his
they
whip.
they
That was
spun the block. They did some sort of diabolical missions in my car that I'll never know about. I just know I probably can't ride around certain neighborhoods. They'll be like, "That's that car. Get him."
Mhm.
Hey,
Mhm.
they stole my coworker's car. What happened was this right here was so bogus. His wife's car was unlocked, so the kids were pulling doors. The
Yep,
the
that's how
spare
they do it.
key to his Tahoe was in the console of the car. So they saw the keys, hit the button, Tahoe lit up. They drove off with the Tahoe. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Whatever. Came back, the rearview mirror was gone, tires were bald. There's mad weed crumbs in there, mad snack wrappers. They stole the gun. They
Mm.
unhooked the amp of the speakers. They didn't steal the speakers, but like the biggest thing, they stole the gun, and they stole all his energy drinks.
Yeah, it's
Word.
the
Scandalous.
inconvenient shit they steal.
True indeed. And he said they
Yeah,
desecrated
niggas
it, so he
taking
don't want it no more. Yeah, everything. Yeah, they desecrated their vehicle. Down here is like it's GTA,
Sure is.
GTATL, Get Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? That we in Atlanta down here, Josiah. We in Atlanta, yo. So boom. It's I don't think it's quite as
Oh,
violent as
okay,
some.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite as violent in some places in New York, but it get that way a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Word. Yeah, it get that way.
Yep.
Now, like Atlanta, you hear about Atlanta more often than you hear about New York. Like Atlanta seems like the new York. You feel me?
Oh
Because
shit.
I mean, niggas is getting indicted. There's federal peeps, but it's more prevalent in Atlanta. Nah, I can't say that necessarily because I just heard somebody got swept the other day.
Yeah,
So
I just heard about
I don't
that up
know.
there.
I'm just saying Atlanta, they do they thing. Primo, you in Atlanta too?
Yep, I'm down here.
Anything?
Yeah, we all
Okay,
free
okay,
down
okay.
here. That's
That's
why
what's
y'all.
up. I
That's
think
why
I'm
we gotta
delayed.
have the
I hear you.
yeah.
Yeah, a
A
little
little
delay.
bit, just a little delayed. It's all right.
Primo,
Mm-hmm.
Carl. Any questions for Hog the interview?
Well, yeah.
Of
So why didn't you come down
course.
to South Carolina and hang with us,
Ooh, I'm gonna get my ice pack. Go ahead.
Josiah?
Oh, who me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't invited. Like I found out about it a couple weeks ago. Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, that shit is, that's what it is, you feel me? But I was happy to see that my brothers went and rocked the stage and did their thing, you feel me? And it looked like it was a nice little get, you know? Like I said, from what the footage I seen, it might have got a little sticky for certain individuals, but
Yeah.
all in all,
So
it looked like I had a good time.
so I'll
They,
quickly give a little bit of a recap. So first and foremost, shout out to Pro and Snotty.
Yeah, Promo Snotty, my guys right there,
I
yo.
got down there, checked into the hotel. Popovich and Pro Dillinger had already hit me up. Where you at? So I end up going down to they had a Friendlies, the restaurant with the ice cream and the burgers and shit.
Yeah, friendly,
So
yeah.
yeah, so they were down at Friendlies grabbing burgers, which was right next to the Airbnb they were set up at. So Popovich, Big Scoops, myself, we all met them down there, hung out at the Airbnb for a while, chilled, smoked, and then headed out to the show from 5 to 8. They did like an art exhibition, and there was a bunch of different artists, including Kip DeFog and Thousand Words, and there was a bunch of different stuff that was up in the front of the tattoo shop. By the time we got there, it was pretty close to 8. The back of the tattoo shop had been set up kind of with this stage that he had built. I will tell you, like the lineup was insanely good.
True indeed.
Big Mont was the first up, and from what I could tell, he's got bars. The show started an hour and 45 minutes later than it was supposed to, and I guess he had a couple. So it was not the tightest set. And I know he was probably a little bit frustrated by that, but you could tell the dude could spit bars. I'm definitely looking for more stuff from Big Mont. Maze Overlay went on and fucking crushed it.
Shout out to Maze Overlay.
Yeah, and we'll be talking to him
Shout out to
soon.
Maze.
Yeah.
Yo, Maze, if you see this, I'm sending that, baby. I got you. It's done.
Oh, see, here we go.
Nice. Yeah,
That's
he
a good
was
combo
super,
right there.
super good dude.
Yeah,
hung out with him a bunch.
Josiah, Maze Overlay.
And then Snotty got up and wrecked it. And then Pro got up and wrecked it. And then Pro did Spooky Voodoo off of Pray for My Prey live with
Danielson came out.
Danielson, and it was the first time they got to actually perform it.
Wow.
You know, which was just dope because they both killed it. And then Danielson got up and he crushed his set, and then brought Maze Overlay up for one of his songs. And then Starker and YL came up, and I'm familiar with them, but I'll tell you live, they were so intense. And I hate the word juxtaposition, but it really fits this because YL is so smooth and in the pocket and kind of just chill. And then Starker's like a goddamn machine gun. Like that dude is just firing lyrics at you. You can't dodge that shit. It's just a full frontal assault. And then you go back to YL and he's just like, oh shit, I got you. It's cool. Like just really impressive. Really, really impressive. And then Al Divino got up, and I guess Al Divino might have upset somebody in the audience who might have said, "Don't talk about my mom," and at least it de-escalated pretty quickly. Is all I'll say. And Al Divino spit some bars, and it was cool. And then Uncle John, fucking that dude has a motor. He came out in this green parka, just like fucking like wrapped up. And by the second song, parka's off, and he's just like going at it. But tons of energy, really, really just tight on the mic. So yeah, it was just one of those nights where it felt really special, right? There weren't a lot of people there, maybe 30 people.
Dope.
And they were kind of in and out, and people were getting tattooed. There were dudes from the shop. The whole back area is all graffiti. And it's constantly changing. So while we're in there listening to music, dudes are out there like in the space, just, adding to the graffiti and doing new shit right there.
Oh.
Yeah. So the whole vibe, the whole scene was great.
And this is Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, this was in Myrtle Beach. This is
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, huh?
Triple Threat Studios in Myrtle Beach. And from the artwork that you see in there, they know what they're doing. You really need to check out the tattoo shop if you're in Myrtle Beach or South Carolina and you need work done. This was a party that they were just throwing as a 1-year anniversary. So it was free admission. I'm hanging out with, MIA. I'm hanging out with Popovich and Big Scoops. And, it was such a cool vibe, man. Yeah, it was dope.
True indeed. Uncle John be confusing me sometimes. When I first heard Uncle John, he was talking about 666. I'm like, ain't this a 5%er? All right. Yeah, but then I heard I forget, it wasn't the Big Ghost joint first, but I was like, yeah, Uncle John is official, man. And yeah, he's been killing it, bro. Yeah, he's killing it. Yeah. Uncle.
He's lane too.
Say it again, God?
I said he can spit. He got his own lane too.
Definitely.
Like y'all said, he in his own pocket. I fucks with him.
True indeed. He's from DC, I believe, not Baltimore. Everybody think he's from Baltimore.
No, DC. No, he's from DC.
From DC.
Definitely from Baltimore.
Big shout out to New Vegas Films as well, who I got to meet in person, and Cinematic. They were out at the show. Very, very cool.
Yeah, he's going to be on our basketball team, Josiah.
At one point.
Yeah. Say it again, bro.
No, I say shout out to them brothers. We all met unexpectedly at one point. I had a session. I don't know if y'all know who Emilio Craig is, but he's a dope MC too. He rocks the mask and shit. Yeah, and he I went to a session with him, and they was up in the spot. It was Retrospects. I don't know if y'all know the producer Retrospect. Shout out to Retro too. Yeah. But he's like, yo, New Vegas up in here. Oh, and I was like, all right, that's what's up.
They're outside.
And hey, when we all get together for the first time, everybody's a little standoffish. But once the music start flowing, everybody start talking and getting cool. So the session was another nigga that was up in there. I don't know if you know Blas, but Blas is nice. He can rap and he sing, and he was
Blas
dope
88
too.
or 89.
Blas. I said yes, sir. I think
Yeah,
Blas
okay.
99, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, pardon me for butchering it,
But
but I
he was.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was in the spot too, and we all got, I was like, fuck, because we was in there for hours trying to pick the right beat, and every beat it was like 30 beats that I heard before we got to the right one that I thought was dope, but then we finally all got on the right joint, and niggas seen how everybody got down, they seen how I got down. It was all love after that. Every time I see Emilio is love, Cinematic is love, New Vegas is love. And I like what they're doing for the culture. You feel me?
Yes.
With the photography.
And they
That
pop
should
up
always
everywhere.
for me. So they create. I respect. Mm-hmm. Everywhere
True
they be
indeed.
at, man. Everywhere. So shout out good dudes.
True indeed. It's like they're the I don't know if you know a guy named New Face. Are you familiar with a guy named New Face, Josiah?
New Face.
Yeah, New Face. New Face is a guy that stays in Atlanta.
He do the mask. He be doing the.
Nah,
Nah, he
he be
kind of
like
a historian. He a documentarian.
of hip hop, and like
Oh, okay.
it's like the running joke. If he ain't at the event, it ain't happen. And there's a hashtag called New Face was there. Like New Vegas and Thousand Words, they're kind of like the New Face of the underground. It's like,
Yeah, if they're
dang,
there, it's a legit
Thousand
show.
Words is that the Umbrella Show? Holy shit! Thousand Words is in South Carolina. Holy shit! Word, they was there because that means like you missed a good one. Like,
oh, he was at over there. So I didn't know he was there. That's what's up.
Yep.
yeah, they were down there in South Carolina. Both of them were down there, right, Carl?
Yep. Sam Buck wasn't though.
Yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to be hosting it?
He was supposed to be hosting
was.
it. And I was very excited to meet Sam Buck. But, when you're a big time, headlining comedian and, he was probably on Jimmy Kimmel or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Ditched us for some fucking high
Hey, yo.
paying comedy gig.
Sam Buck is 7'3", right?
I don't know. Pro Dillinger was taller than I thought he would be. I was I kind of
He's a little taller than me, I think.
Yeah,
Sam
he's a
Buck is
legit
taller than you?
6'1". He was 6'2" in the Tims.
Yeah, he might be a little taller.
And
6'4", 5.
Yeah, he don't
maybe
play
in
no
there.
basketball, man. I'll dunk on Sam Buck at 40 years old. Word.
Saya, when was the last time you were at the Umbrella Show when it was all of y'all, right? Just this past the summer?
The Chelsea Hall.
The Chelsea Music Hall?
Yeah, I was at Chelsea Music.
Okay. That was what? That was right after right after Mightier Than the Sword Part 2 came out, right? Or that was right before it came out.
Yeah, that was right after the Mightier Than the Sword. I think Chelsea happened in May.
Yeah,
it had to be
something
May
like
because
that.
it was hot shit that day, bro. Yeah, it was hot shit out there that day, bro. So I remember specifically, I think it was May. I want to say May 28th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was right before the album dropped. Right after the album dropped.
That was after Part 2 though, right? Or after that was after Part 2 dropped.
Nah, I didn't do. I mean, Mighty. That's this. Yeah, after the second disc, you're right. After the second disc drop.
Yeah,
Mighty
yeah,
Than the Sword, it was a 2 disc. Yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
2-part series, yo. I read about that and how you dissected it and put 2 different parts at the same time. That's a really good idea.
That's why I was asking about it too, man. I was trying to see, you had all the umbrellas up there. Was your umbrella like? Were y'all tighter than that when you first put together that Mightier Than the Sword, and then that was the first time y'all really linked up at Chelsea, or has it been something that y'all had already been kind of building, or what? Because they were all on that Mightier Than the Sword.
Yeah, everybody was already good. Like I actually had all of them on the Iron Mike album before the Mightier Than the Sword. But yeah, we was all good. Chelsea happened one of the promoter that we knew, he hit us and he was like, yo, let's develop a little show. But it was just certain things that, certain errors that I know next time it'll be fixed, because it was just certain things. We got on so late, bro, that the venue ended up shutting it down right before Pro had
got on.
went on. Yeah, I had to cut my shit short because, they were like, yo, this time I wanted to give Pro time. As soon as I was done and Pro went up there, they turned this shit off. And he ended up doing this shit outside. But yeah, that was all in, that play was already established before. I mean, that play was established after we were already cool and shit like that. So
right on.
And I knew him for a few years before that.
What up? Shout out to one of your producers too. Is a real cool dude. 88 Blessed Beats. That's my man's right there. Yeah, I always catch him when they go live, yo.
88 Blessed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know he's nasty, on those projects right there too, man. Yeah,
he's nasty. 88, he just started not too long ago too. Like, I don't want to do the cliche shit when niggas is nice. They be like, yeah, I just started too. But I know for a fact he started, I want to say like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I talked to him, I was like, yo, bro, if you at this level already, imagine when 5 years down the line, like, you're going to be something else, you feel me? And he's always trying to discover new shit when he's doing it. So he's going to be a monster.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's been using, because he be using like real machines. Like he had to backtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Most new producers, they're using programs, whether it be just Reasons or Fruity Loops or whatever. A lot of people don't backtrack and use equipment. Use hardware? That's what they call it. Yeah. Even me, when I make my own beats, I'm only using Pro Tools. I'm looping up shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't loop nothing? You don't ever loop nothing like that?
I don't know nothing about it, man. I just rhyme on beats, man.
Yeah, I'm with Primo. I don't, like, if I hear a beat and it's it's too short, I might have a nigga loop it up for me, but I can loop some shit myself.
Nah.
Real shit.
I'm mesmerized by the wizardry of those that get down with the equipment, man. Like, I wish I could make beats. I wish I could produce. I can come up with some ideas.
Real
I can tell you, sample this. Yeah, do this, but I can't compose it. Like, I've tried, man. My brain don't work that way.
I can't use machines, but here's what I'm good at. Finding a loop and looping that shit. Because the reason why I started looping in the first place, I got to take it back to Genesis. I kept on paying for studio time. And like, I go to the studio and someone be in there taking too long. So it'll be like an hour and a half before I get in there. So I'm like, man, fuck this. So I said, I'm going to buy my own shit and record my own self. So the nigga I was going to the studio, he sold me all his old shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, boom, I got the monitor speakers, I got the inbox, I got the Pro Tools, I just got to get fucking a computer. So I got that shit. So a nigga came over to my crib and made beats, and he was on the laptop just looping shit. And I was like, that's all you got to do? That's all you got to do? He's like, yeah, I just loop some shit. I'm like, oh shit, that's like Microsoft Word. Highlighting shit and putting shit together. Boom, boom, boom. That's all you got to do?
Copy and paste.
Copy and paste. I'm like, these niggas ain't making no beats for real.
It looks simple. I don't know, man. I'm gonna leave it to the professionals, man.
That shit is so simple.
You can do it that way.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
It's not the only way you can do it, and sometimes it's gonna come out great. Sometimes it's gonna sound like it's boring. Depends on what you loop, right? But when you start getting into really good producers, though, it's finding that loop. And then what texture I'm going to put on that, where I'm going to take that to another level with shakers, with hi-hats, with, just different elements that I'm going to add to whatever that sample or that loop is.
True. Yeah. Alchemist.
There's certain artists that'll take a sample and it sounds completely different from what, like, when you finally hear the sample, you're like, oh shit, like, I didn't know they constructed it to that level where it doesn't sound anything like the sample. A producer that's dope, like the record, what was it, Devil in a New Dress by Kanye West? I think Bink did that beat. Yeah, and when I heard the sample was so chopped up. Yeah, he chopped the sample up so crazy. I was like, damn, yo, he's taking it to a talented, like a really a producer level, like, and it's crazy. Lukey, don't they got a new machine that it makes it easier to remove voices now, and you can take the sample and do what you do, like it's a Serato or some shit like that. I think that's what it's called. But I know
Serato is for
motherfuckers
the
is going
DJs.
crazy over it, like, yo.
Serato's been around. That's for the DJs to really
Okay,
just like
well, it's
not have no
something out.
records. But I mean, there's been like the Octo track. You have unlimited. You have an unlimited sampling time. But I don't really use
What's it
machines. All
called?
I do
Octo
is
track. The
Octo
8-track?
Nah, well, it's called the Octo track. Future Wave uses it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oddly enough, Future Wave uses that shit. And you said Octo track, I got excited because you could turn these knobs and distort the shit, and there's unlimited sampling time. You can sample a whole shit. Back at the SP1200, I think you had like 15 seconds, 10 seconds of sample time. So you had to sample, take your little loop for 15 seconds. You couldn't sample anything that long. So like it's the art of that is dope. But yeah. Rick Martel by West Side Gun. Know that beat? Rick Martel?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
That is the loop.
I think I know the joint you're talking about.
Yeah, that Rock Marciano made that shit. He ain't do shit to that shit. The Realest by the Alchemist in Mob Deep with who on it? Oh my god. Who's on it?
Cool G Rap.
Cool G Rap. That is a straight loop. Alchemist didn't do shit to it. Says it's a straight loop. He didn't do nothing. He didn't add drums. He didn't add bass.
Oh, nah?
He didn't EQ it. Yeah, that's a straight loop the whole entire song. So I'm like, wow. If they did that shit, I can just loop anything and be like, yo,
that's crazy.
Luke Cage produced this shit.
These are good examples that you're giving.
Great examples because they sound good.
Those are great examples of ones that sound good.
Yeah, right.
I promise you we can find samples where people have sampled it just all the way through and didn't do anything to it. And it sounds like dog shit too.
And that's why
like that was terrible, bro. Like, yo, sound like a run on. Like this shit just keeps going. And I'm like, nah, I hate it. Producer send it. And sometimes a producer and they'll sound disgusting. So you gotta be artful with that shit.
True indeed.
What you
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, man, what you like about True Cypher, man? Because it seemed like y'all do a lot of work together, man. Speaking of producers, like he don't.
I mean, what's not to like?
Well, he don't. I obviously I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying like where's the chemistry come from? I mean, what's your reason for digging him? Because he's another dude. He don't sound like other people when he makes beats. His beats aren't a loop necessarily or you know what I mean? Like it seems like he chops up a little bit, you know what I mean? So
sample up nicely. And I got with him because I heard the record that he had with Mick and Preem.
Yeah.
The Tetsuo Shima record.
Tetsuo Shima.
And I was like, yo, this
That's
dude
right.
Is nasty, bro. So
it's my favorite song by him.
Yeah, I hit him up one day and I was like, yo, what's good, bro? Yeah, that shit mean. So I hit him up and he was like, yo, I got him for days. Like any joint that you see me put on my page, just let me know if you want it. If it's available, it's yours. So I did like 2 records at first for him. I did the professional record and I did the Togo record. And then I wasn't even planning on making an album, but then he just kept dropping shit after joints after joints. I was like, yo, let's just do some shit. And I got some more shit from him. Like, I don't know if he getting better or what, but yo, he sent me some shit the other day that it just blew me away, man. Shout out to True for real.
Yeah, that Togo tough. That Togo hard body. You know what I mean? Like,
true indeed.
That's a good match between the two.
Good look, my brother.
Yeah, no doubt. I've been telling you that, man. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's supposed to be. Like right now, again, I've been really trying to champion the fact that a lot of people, yourself included, have been putting in a lot of work this year, putting out multiple bodies of quality work, man. And it's by working with producers like True and Retrospect, whoever else that you working with, and you coming up, you taking your time crafting like these dope offerings. You know what I mean? Like you got 3 under your belt for 2022. You know, that's a great thing. And they don't that's
well
good
curated.
work. Yeah, exactly. And they don't sound forced or anything either. Like, I mean, both the Mightier Than the Swords had time to breathe before I even got into Togo.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. With me, and not mind you, like I try to keep it where I don't want to have to Just drop shit just to be dropping it, man. But
Right.
it's the times where we in right now. Shit moves so fast. Like Mightier Than the Sword, you'll enjoy it for a little bit, and then something else come out, and then that's pushed to the back burner. So you got to be able to, stay above water. But I try to do it to a point where if I'm staying above water, everything that I drop is gonna be like that shit. Like I don't want to just throw shit out there just to throw shit out there. I did it with this little While You Wait joint that I have. That was just a lot of records though that I had stored that I was like, yo, these records could be. I'm just putting out there, and it's still quality. You feel me?
Yeah.
But
okay, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was like
I gotta do that
kind of like a
now.
lost tapes, Nas lost tapes type level shit.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was, Preem. That was my intention, and I haven't even threw that PSP.
Yeah, like a bunch of Lucy's, you threw them in the pack. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
True indeed.
Yeah.
But I see you kind of got like a theme to the albums. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. That's why I like themes to the album. You know what I'm saying? Like boom. Like my favorite albums are ones that are like seamless, like kind of like theme. Even if they don't stick on theme, I like the theme of the album. I don't like back in the 90s or like 2000s, they just putting songs on the albums. They just putting songs. So some of my favorite albums have like an ambiance to them. You know what I mean?
An album has to have. You can't just throw an album. Throw a bunch of records together. Even if you're gonna do that, like you got to make it where everything is balanced out. Like the transitions is on point. And this next joint that I got coming out, like I don't know if the ground is ready for the type of album that I'm about to put out. For the simple fact that the subject matter ain't what you hear all the time. Like this next album I'm putting out is dedicated to like real fathers and just the love of being a part of fatherhood. You feel me? Like when my son was born July 28th, that's when I was like, yo, I got to put this album out. Mind you, I was already working on it with a producer named SB11. He's more like soulful type of beats. And it just fit the concept. Like once I heard the beats that he had and the music that I was writing as I was in the delivery room of the hospital, I was like, yeah, I got to do this. And I don't know if the underground's ready for it because they're going to be looking like, yo, a couple niggas going to be looking like, damn, I need to be a father to my kids. You know? But
I think you're going to be surprised. I think you're going to be surprised at how much this is going to resonate with people in this community, though. Because I really feel like that's
a lot of good fathers.
That's something that's drastically changed in the last 20 years. Is male leadership in this community, right? Like I feel like there are so many more black fathers that are really involved with their kids and taking care of their kids and doing that kind of stuff. Like, that was the old stereotype, and I know in a lot of senses it was kind of set up to be that way, to get men out of households and all of that kind of stuff, right? But I see it so much more. Like, there are groups that, they get involved in the high schools and it's dads that go down and they just, tell dad jokes and keep kids moving in the halls and make sure that shit doesn't break out. And it's just a presence. Like I think having an album like that is going to reach a lot more people than you think.
Yeah, shoot, there's 3 fathers on the screen right now. Outside of yourself,
I did a whole album dedicated to my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
You want an album where you're gonna be like, you want to look at him like, I love you, man. I'm here for you. You feel me? Like it's one of those. It's beautiful. Like I listened to it the other day. Mind you, I'm always trying to, keep my shit right, but I almost shed a tear listening to it. Like I really created this, bro. And for me, the way I envisioned it is if I died today and my son is like, 4 months? He don't really know what's going on. But let's say I died today and he's like 10 or 11 and father, like, kind of man was my father. She don't got to explain nothing. She could take that album and be like, listen to this right here. And it's me telling him how he should live his life. It's me telling him about me and his mother's relationship. It's just dope because it's just things that we go through every day in life. You feel me? And I think that the gangster shit is cool, bro. we've all done it. You feel me? I've done it plenty of times as far as the music and in life, but we've heard it. You know, I'm on it. Like, what else can we do at this moment to elevate the hip hop culture or the underground culture as far as what we're doing right now? And I just want to challenge MCs. Like, I did this, my nigga. Let me see what you can do. You feel me? Like, just keep the shit going, man.
Real shit. I know Skyzoo did a song, album dedicated to fatherhood a little bit, but it's not in depth like yours. I did an album dedicated to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's called Power Dad. My moniker's Lukey Cage, aka Power Man. I did Power Dad. It was probably one of the most depressing times of my life. When I wrote this shit, because I ain't seen my daughter for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That felt like it was like 80 years, my dude. It felt horrible.
Wow.
So Carl, he did the drums and bass on the song, and the song's called Bitch Ass Nigga. And Carl can't ever say the song title, even though he produced on it.
Band. We'll call it Band. It's cool.
It's called Band. Yeah. Bitch Ass Nigga.
Word up.
So what's the title of this album about fatherhood that you got coming out, yo?
The title is God is Gracious. Damn, I wasn't even gonna tell y'all niggas this, but fuck it.
Oh, we got the leak.
Man, yeah.
We got
Way
the
to go,
leak.
Lukey. Powerful question, Lukey.
Nice.
Good job.
You drew it out of him.
If I flip that one out, I was gonna try hip hop. Not ready to get out of title yet, but I'll let y'all know. It's called God is Gracious. My son name is Giovanni, and in Latin it means God is gracious. So I just flipped his name, you feel me? And instead of calling it Giovanni and having people like, what the fuck is that? I'm calling it God is Gracious. And then I also thought, because Westside Gun, the God is the greatest, and all that, I don't want niggas to be looking like I'm trying to bite this nigga shit, but it just was like, well, it's my son's name. What do you want me to do? You feel me? And then the other day I find out that his shit is called
God is Love.
God is Love.
Amor. I didn't know what that shit. Yeah, I didn't know what
Dios es amor.
God is love, and I'm like, damn, I gotta explain this shit to Pro. Like, how you fight your shit, my nigga? But this is just what I got.
I was gonna ask though, because
I might just name it.
Well, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was gonna ask because, you know, yes, he does have Dios es amor, which is God is love, and you have God is gracious. But really, if you look, like even Mickey with No Liquor But 412, kind of, you know, really hitting into subject matter as opposed to just the regular kind of gangster shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting to me that as a collective, you're all branching into like more of whatever your own individual style is, but you're all kind of growing in a similar fashion. And I think that maybe you can tell me whether it is, but it seems like that brotherhood and being kind of a part of a collective like that would help shape that.
Yeah, definitely. And that's crazy that you mentioned that, because he had the record on No Liquor Before 12. In a way, I gotta ask him, because I feel like I inspired that record, but he had a record talking about his situation, and it was dope, man. Maybe that subliminally inspired this, but yeah, we're just growing, man. I'm 37 years old. I don't got no time to just be out here doing the same shit that I was doing when I was 24, 22. Like, I gotta show within the music as well. Like, I'll be lying to sit here and be like, yo, I'm on the block every day, you know, and all. Like, I'm not doing that no more. You feel me? And that's just where I'm taking you where my music is. Maybe if you would have heard me back in them days, I would have been more aggressive. But nowadays, life is good, man. And I gotta express that for these young niggas out here too. Like, yo, life is good. I was just like y'all, like out here trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do, and being out in the streets and doing all that shit. But if you make it to my age, you want to be at a point where you can look back at your life and be like, yo, I made it out of some tough shit and I'm living good, baby. Like, so I gotta inspire them with what I'm doing. You feel me?
Yeah. And that's how you keep it honest too.
Yeah. And true indeed, fatherhood is the greatest thing I ever experienced in my life. You know what I'm saying? I just had my baby girl today. Me and my baby mom ain't together, but it's still the greatest shit I ever. You know what I'm saying? See that little motherfucker smile at me.
Yeah.
Hey, it's great. So I'm anxious to hear this album. You know what I'm saying? God is gracious. You know what I'm saying? All the J's, man. You know what I'm saying? Word. And like, yeah, you're right. You can't be no wild motherfucker no more with a name like Josiah, man. Come on, man. God healed.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, God healed, man. That's what happens.
For
Yo,
real.
we get our bumps and bruises. There's this Japanese pottery. I bet Primo Javacaro knows. You know what I'm saying? When
where
it
they
breaks
break it and then they build it back with
and they
gold.
fill with gold.
Yeah.
And that is us in a nutshell.
Oh,
It's
Lukey,
called
come on.
Cathedral, whatever. But whenever we break, they fill us back up with gold. Now we worth more, we know more, and we fly. Know what I mean? Word. So that's what we are. You know what I'm saying? What is it, Carl? What is it, Primo Jab? Primo Jab looking it up right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of it. But yeah, that's
Japanese
it.
pottery.
Yeah, it's an ill ass technique.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that you have to learn over the years. But yeah, I mean, people, they'll break these priceless artifacts, these whatever porcelain or whatever it is, and it becomes priceless by the work that it gets to repair it. That's the technique. Hold on, man. I'm gonna find the name of this thing.
Man, we should do an album
Lukey.
called that.
That's
We should
crazy.
do an album. We should do an album named that with all Japanese samples. Like boom. Whenever we feel like we are spiritually and like motherfucking ready to do that, I think I'm there right now. So I was a bad motherfucker.
Kintsugi.
There you go.
Kintsugi.
Yeah, Kintsugi. Yeah, that's how you gotta say it.
Kintsugi.
Kintsugi.
Yeah. It's called golden joinery.
Sonata.
I am
or
not
golden
going to do
repair.
a bad impression of a Japanese person. Sorry.
Under Sonata. Hyundai Sonata.
Oh wow.
Ready,
Come on, Lukey.
I think Hyundai is a Korean company.
Yeah, that's Koreans.
My bad, man. Shout out to my Cambodian homies out there, Cambodian homies over there.
Cambodians?
Yeah, my nigga, what's that nigga name? I forget the nigga name, my bad. I ain't talking to him. I need to call nigga. Nah, I don't know that nigga. Nah.
Nah, that's a dude. He a rapper from Long Beach. Stupid Young.
Nah.
What's his name?
Nah, it's a regular.
Stupid Young.
I got a nigga named John, and he sounds just like a motherfucking black dude. You close his eyes. Like, you be like, I'm gonna fuck with you. You ready or not? He talk like a down south motherfucker. You ready or not? You work at my job. I'm coming to the store, shopping with Jay-Z. He be like, you ready or not? I be like, huh? You ready or not? No, I don't work tonight, John. I don't work tonight, yo. Boom. Yeah. I'm fuck with you. You know what I'm talking about, Carl?
Yes.
Grocery manager.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
No. That's 100%
Straight from
fact.
Decatur. And he has all the dope phomposits. He has all the Penny Hardaways with the phone, but he is a chubby Japanese Asian guy. How about that? And he sounds just like Gucci Man or OJ the Juice Man. Yeah, word.
That's real.
That's bullshit, yo. So what's the next project dropping? What's the next project dropping? Or is God gracious? God is gracious. The next project dropping. What we got? What we got coming?
I think like maybe February. I'm not sure. Late January, early February, and that is so. I handed it in for vinyl treatment. I was thinking about doing something because the CDs, I usually put the CDs out myself, and I want to do like a special limited edition joint where I got like 3 bonus songs for the CD.
Okay.
And maybe different artwork. So I might drop that before I drop the vinyl. That's early February.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
You hear that, rappers? Do you hear that out there? That is a bonus because you won't get those CDs on streaming or nowhere else.
Nope.
That's a great bonus to have for your freaking albums, yo. Throwing some other cuts that you won't hear nowhere else in the CD. So hear that, Josiah? That's a great idea, brother. You know what I'm saying? Word. Boom. You have tapes as well? Oh, you're gonna have tapes
Appreciate
as well?
It, man.
No doubt. You have tapes too?
I think I'm gonna have some tapes. I'm working with Sub right now. Sub got to connect with the tapes, and we doing the Mighty and the Sword together. Break bread with my nigga. You feel me? And I'm gonna holler at him about doing some tapes to a couple.
Always.
Yeah, that's one of the realest dudes in this rap shit. You feel me?
Good shit.
Sub done been around me more rap level. So I fucks with Sub, and I talk to him almost every day. But anyway,
That's what's up.
Yeah, we're doing the Mightier Than the Sword on Friday, and I think I'm gonna do the tapes with him for this one too. So that'll come with when the vinyl drops also.
That's what's up, man. So y'all hear that? Go get the trifecta: the vinyl, the CD, the tapes. You get the trifecta. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. You go like this when you get it. 3 to the dome, like Mellow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the new thing, huh? Maybe. Carl, yeah. Carl, Primo Jab, you got anything else for us?
Man, I'm so glad we finally got you on here. I know we had some hiccups getting you in, but I first heard about you from Matt Vinyl Hunter, and shout out to Matt.
Yep.
But he had introduced me to your music, and it was shortly after that Pro announced that you were part of the Umbrella, and I was like that, because we definitely fuck with the Umbrella. So thank you again for just coming out, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
I told you, man. I've been trying to track you down for a second, man. Congratulations again on your son, man. That's dope. Salute to you for being a dope MC, and being focused on your craft and taking it so seriously, man. I love hearing you talk about the science of rhyming and getting busy on the mic.
Yeah.
And it's obvious, like I said, on your projects this year, 2022 been a great year for you. So I just wanted to make sure that, we threw you, that shout out, man, and got you out here. For anybody who may not be aware of the busy work that you putting in out here, let it be known, Saya out here putting in pain, and the Umbrella killing. So that's just, it's even more so.
I spoke to Mick yesterday, and Mick was like, yo, you gotta be out because you be selling out like me, bro. You got to start putting it out here that's what you're doing. You feel me? Like, and I'm like, yo, I understand that that's what you do, but with me, I'm more, I keep it quiet, and then when I come through, it's like a Super Bowl event. You feel me? Like, y'all tuned in. You feel me? And the music just speaks for us. That's just how I am. You feel me? But now I'm about to start talking my shit because that shit takes Mick a long way. I even seen when Mick did his podcast with y'all over here. I was like, yo, Mick, I had to hit Mick up like, yo, you talking big shit on Lukey and them, the Abyss joint. And he was like, I got to, you feel me? Like, ain't nobody gonna come with me. Like, I ain't coming. I was like, yeah.
Hey,
that nigga was on here like, yo, I started this. Like, yo, this nigga crazy, bro. But that's my man, yo. And Mick, with Mick, yo, when we first started the Umbrella, Mick wasn't, y'all didn't know Mick. Like, the artist that y'all knew was, I think, me, Pro, Snotty, and Mick never got to a point where he got jealous of nothing. Mick was just on some shit like, you know what? I'm gonna put out the best music I'm gonna put out. And now look, like, Mick is the top dog right now. You feel me? And all you gotta do is salute and respect it. I told him that yesterday. I was like, yeah, it was certain MCs within the fold. Like, if they didn't get an opportunity, like, why I ain't get my opportunity? You feel me? But Mick was on it more like, yo, I'm going to make my opportunity. Like, I'm not waiting for niggas to give me an opportunity. How can you not respect it and do? You feel me?
Undeniable.
He definitely kicked in that door. And it's crazy that you bring him up because the man that he is from the first interview to the second one when he's kind of sober, wow. Know what I mean? It was like,
really?
Yeah. It was like, but he's still a shit talking motherfucker, yo.
Yeah, and he's still high energy, but you could tell in the first one, it was just he was so all over the place.
He's just more focused, laser focused now.
And now, because this was just after the release of No Liquor Before 12, he was still high energy. He's still Mickey, but he was much more laser focused.
Definitely laser focused. You're right.
That's what's up.
Super focused, yo.
I haven't seen. No, I said I'm gonna have to check that one because I didn't see it. The one I gotta see the sober Mick because I remember the one where Mick was done talking, and I was like, yo, this nigga is talking. Yo, we almost had an argument. I was like, yo, bro, Craig Day was already out there before you came through, nigga. I seen Craig was like, nah, he's like, I ain't saying I started him, but I made him that nigga. I was like, yo, nigga, you on your shit right now. But I loved it.
So it was our
Big thing,
50th
my nigga.
episode.
Feel me?
It was our 50th episode, and we had planned like an extra long episode, and we had like fans were in like a waiting room so they could jump in and ask questions and shit. And then it turned out Mickey was like an hour late for the episode.
That's right, he was. Yeah, that's why it was such a long episode.
And then his phone died on him 30 minutes before the end of it.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one though. Episode 50 was good.
Yeah, he's on the road though. He's in the car.
Yeah,
back from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it worked out. You know what I'm saying? It worked out, man.
Yeah, but we sharp, man. Our sword sharp. You feel me? And Mick inspires me at this moment, bro. Like, my nigga, your albums is like fucking Jordan releases, my nigga. Like, shit sell out within no time. I might do a couple hours, but niggas shit sell out. I'm like, they gotta sometimes the fucking site crashes and then they gotta reboot this shit and put it back up. Like, nigga,
I'm gonna say this.
That's crazy.
Mickey should inspire every rapper. Like, every rapper should look at what Mickey Diamond done in the last year and a half and say, if I think I've got a motor, why am I not moving like that dude?
And then maybe Fat Joe will call you. That nigga Fat Joe called a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Word. That's dope.
Yep.
Yeah. So boom. Watch out. January, February for the new albums for my man Josiah The Gift. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, God heal. Yeah, Saya. That's dope little call right there. I like
I'm gonna remember that. Luke, if I use God Hill for a title, I'm giving you some royalty points for sure. I'm cutting you in some that I got you.
Just let me say something on the album. No, don't do nothing like that. Just let me say something on the album, yo.
Say
little
that.
Skit God shit. Little Skit God shit.
Yeah. Just let me talk some shit for you. Like, boom, yeah. Easy.
I got you. Say less.
Well, yeah, that's definitely, yo. My name means mighty ruler. My real name means mighty ruler. Ronald is my real name. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be no crackhead. Yeah.
My name means capable of doing things.
Really?
I don't know what the fuck.
I looked in the Urban Dictionary what Lukey means, and it means like a 1/4 hard dick. And I was like, man, what the fuck is on these people's minds, man? Our Urban Dictionary. What the
1/4 hard dick?
Yeah, man. I'm like, yo,
which quarter of it?
Just when I thought
I don't know, bro. I was like, yo, man,
just the tip?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Pause.
I don't know, man.
No?
I was like, man, yo, Urban Dictionary. Fuck Urban Dictionary, man. I hate this shit.
I just found our cold open. That's great.
Nah, man, that's wild, man. But boom, yo. The Biz Podcast. Umbrella over everything, you know what I'm saying? Primo Jab, Caro, Josiah The Gift. Look out for the tapes, CDs, motherfucking in the vinyls, yo, and more great work from this brother, man.
Go spin that Togo right now.
The Togo, right? Yeah.
That's right.
Shout out True Cypher.
Yeah, streaming everywhere. Streaming everywhere. Word.
And next year, the doesn't stop. Yeah, y'all getting countless projects as well. A few producers. Me and True Cypher might come back around. At Glorious, I got one with Hobgoblin.
Shout out Hob.
There's a lot going on.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'll see you on
watch out for all that shit, man. Put it on the radar. Go on the fucking Spotify and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Follow them on Spotify so you drop, it'll be right there. And you can add it to the playlist. All that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for Carl, me, Primo Jab, Josiah The Gift, we'll see y'all next week. Bwah!
Peace. Hey, everybody. Please remember, go to our Patreon. There's going to be a ton of extra content. If you're just going in as a base level subscriber, we're going to give you all of the podcasts with the extra music added into it. You're going to get music videos whenever possible. We are also going to just add extra content in there for the base level. But we will have 2 other levels. The second level is going to give you a lot of extra content. And the third level gives you the merch. So you can get that one-of-a-kind t-shirt that's only going to be available on the Patreon. But you're also going to be able to get a a certified investor's mug. Yes. If you want to check it out, you can go take a look at the Patreon. It's there, as well as a dope hoodie. So subscribe, follow us, support the podcast, share this information if you can. We really appreciate you fucking with us, and we'll keep bringing you more. Peace.